Oh, baby, y'all. It's lead magnet day. Or as you will hear me call it in just a few minutes, could we change the dialogue to the lead conversion tool? So I don't know about you, but I'm not a magnet and you're not either. But I'd love to get the people who are ready to jump right in, get a problem solved, pay me to fix that problem and keep it moving. That is joy and money, y'all. We are diving in today. Welcome to the Grow Your Business for Good show. This is a place where coaches and consultants gather so you can learn how to lead a world-class business that does not tax your time, your energy, or your financial resources. We are your hosts, M. Shannon Hernandez
and Amy Hager of the Joyful Business Revolution. And our number one goal is to bring you clarity and insight on how to grow your business for good.
So, Amy, lead magnets, AKA lead conversion tools. What's top of mind for you? Just random stream of consciousness for our listeners at the moment on this topic.
So much. So a lot of people beat themselves up because they don't have a lead magnet. We're going to start calling it the lead conversion tool. And so here's what I will say. You've got to be thoughtful about this. Don't just create something to get something out into the world. Be strategic about it. And when you have that aha, go for it. Know that you can always refine it. Know that you can always focus it more. But I see so many lead magnets out there that create overwhelm and not clarity. And clarity is kindness, you all. Do not overwhelm me because an overwhelmed person will never buy. So don't beat yourself up if you don't have it yet. You'll get there. Once you do have it, do not overwhelm and know that we can always refine and focus it a little bit more clearer. And how can you refine it? Well, listen to us today because I think we're going to dive into some of that.
Oh, yeah, because it's one of my favorite topics is mapping out your customer journey. Right. And so there's 5 levels of customer awareness. We're going to get there in a moment. And most people continue to talk in their marketing to level 1 and 2, who are not even aware they have a problem or don't even look for a solution. You've got to stop talking to those people with your messaging. All right. And the way that you can do this is you can really think about the level 5 awareness of a customer journey, which we're going to get to in a moment. Those are the people who have tried everything and now they're ready to finally pay someone to fix it, get it done, enhance it, whatever it is that they're wanting. All right. So we're going to dive into a couple of case studies today with clients that we're working with currently. And the other thing I want to say, Amy said, if you have a lead magnet or you haven't done one yet, y'all, it took many, many times for me to get a lead magnet that was the right time, right audience, right place in my business, right place in your journey. We currently have 4 lead magnets. We didn't start with 4. Many of you, if you've listened to season 1 of this podcast, it's all about the content personality. That was really my first lead magnet that put us on the map. And 8 years later, we are still using that lead magnet. I've had to update some things, but man, you want to talk about a long running lead magnet. That is one.
Well, so Shannon, when you created that, tell the story of how you created the content personality quiz and how you woke up in the middle of the night realizing there was a problem.
Yes. Okay. So when I created the content personality quiz probably 9 years ago, I had been talking to people over and over again in consultations that were telling me things like, I don't want to do video. I don't want to do a podcast. I don't want to write a book. Like, I don't want to do these things. And it was finally like this final woman that called me up, and she had called me at the time she booked a call because she wanted to outline her book. And she was in a coaching program and they were going to California and they were going to be, these are her words, locked into a room for 3 days and they were to come out with a book manuscript. And she was in tears, Amy. And she was in tears because 1, she didn't want to write a book.
Right.
And 2, well, this is why I laid awake that night, because I got to thinking, Why is this lady in such tears? She does not want to write a book. Oh, maybe it's not in her personality. Oh, is there a thing called marketing personalities? Probably not. Maybe I should create one. And so that is what happened. And we have now created, and have the longest running opt-in probably in a very long time of a
Yeah.
lot of businesses, the content personality quiz, which helps you understand your marketing superpower, how you show up in your email, how you show up on your social, right? What is the one marketing superpower you have? Mine is live in person. This lady that was on the phone with me, when I ran the idea past her a couple days later, she took the very first iteration of the quiz, and we learned that she's audio content personality, which was why she didn't want to sit down and write a book. So I coached her to speak her book into her phone and pass it off. And within 4 months, y'all, she had a book. She had struggled for 7 years wanting a book, but not wanting to write it. So if you don't know your content personality, Amy,
Right.
where can they go to figure that piece of the puzzle out?
Yeah, so we'll put the link in the notes, but if you go to Joyful Business Revolution /quiz, you will find it there. If you also visit our Content Personality Club, you can take the quiz there as well. So we have the quiz in a few places. If you can't find it, DM me. I will send it to you. And then we're going to talk about your results because it's so interesting. A lot of people assume they know their content personality type. And when they take the quiz, it ends up being something different. And so we get to really talk about letting that stuff go. But what works well with the quiz is it creates curiosity. It gives them a piece of clarity, and therefore I can be in conversation with them. That is an awesome lead conversion tool right there.
Yeah. So let's talk about some of the types of lead magnets. Y'all, there are literally hundreds of types of lead magnets. All right. I will be running a lead magnet workshop in the future. So if you want to know when that's coming up, make sure you're on our email list. Okay. But the lead magnet, lead conversion tool, there's many, many kinds. I'm just going to highlight a few right now. I am going to tell you the worst converting one of all of them is an ebook. So if you are trying to give away an ebook and you are having trouble, we need to scrap that shit and we need to start over again.
Yeah. I don't want
Nobody wants to download an ebook. I'm sorry. If you love ebooks, I don't even read ebooks, but if you love ebooks and you've created an ebook, nobody wants it. Very few people want it. And if you have an ebook as a lead conversion tool that is converting, will you please email me at hq@joyfulbusinessrevolution.com? Because I want to see what your secret is. All right. But there's a couple other really fun lead magnets. And remember, a lead magnet needs to give clarity to the person so they know and trust you and know they can trust that you know what you're talking about. And so we talk about these sometimes as clarity driven tools, right? That's my word is clarity driven content. I try and create as much clarity driven content, checklists, assessments, quizzes, inventory, scorecards, because there is power in letting people discover where their own gaps are. So, Amy, what's one of the great types of a lead magnet?
So I really, really love personally, like you said, the checklist. But what I love when there's a checklist, there is some sort of case study to it. And so it's not just like, here's the checklist, start checking it off. There's more to it so that way I can engage with it. And then what do I do with the checklist? And so don't just make it a checklist, make sure that there's more to it. And then the other one, especially for our video content personality types, I love when you can do like a quick little video master course.
Quick and
And
consumable.
yeah, quick consumable gets me to a quick clarity point where I'm like, I do need help solving this problem. Or, you know what? This actually isn't my problem. I thought I had the wrong problem. On to the next thing. But I love when people can do a quick little video master course. And, there's some people who end up doing a video series as their lead magnet. And, I think that's okay as well, as long as it doesn't drag on forever. Like, get to the point Don't bore me to death. I don't need to know everything. Again, we're trying to look at one problem, give them that tiny piece of clarity that they need to move forward. And, like Shannon said earlier, make sure it's to the level of someone who has tried some other things and flopped, and they are ready to find the right solution and they are ready to buy now. Talk to that person.
Yeah, and we're going to highlight two clients, Kelly and Alan, in just a moment on this customer journey so you can see exactly what we are talking about. But first, let's talk about the 5 parts of a customer journey. All right, I will be developing a beautiful little graphic for this in the signature Shannon style. All right, for a workshop coming up about lead magnets and understanding the customer journey. But for today, let's just kind of talk through at high level. So every person, me, you, Amy, and everyone else, we have 5 levels of awareness on everything. Okay, level 1 is you're not even aware that you have a problem. All right. Maybe if I am peeing all the time and I'm I'm peeing a lot, I'm drinking a lot of water. And then the next day I don't drink a lot of water and then I pee still the same amount. And maybe the next day I'm like, oh, wait, I think I have a problem. That's stage 2. I'm aware of the problem. Okay. Stage 3 is, wow, I am peeing a lot when I don't drink water and I need to find a solution to this.
Revolutionize your messaging and marketing with story.
Hop on over to joyfulbusinessrevolution.com/65 story ideas to grab a resource that will help you craft stories that grow your community, convert prospects to clients, and increase your visibility and impact. All right, I can't keep going up and down every 10 minutes, right? So now I'm we call that solution aware. All right. So level 1, not even aware they have a problem. Level 2, I have a problem. Level 3, I have a problem and I need a solution. Those are still not the people you want to talk to, y'all. This is going to blow your mind. Okay. Level 4, gosh, I am peeing every 10 minutes. I am not drinking water like I was 3 days ago. I need to find a solution to this problem. I have Googled it. I have read a medical article. I have listened to a podcast. So basically, level 4, they have tried different things on their own. Now, they could have tried different things with like a pee doctor, but it's not working yet. All right. So they have piecemealed their solution together, trying to figure it out. This is where you need to start talking to your ideal client. And I'm going to tell you all right now, if you brought me in to your business, I will guarantee you are probably spending way too much time in level 1 and 2, convincing people they have a problem, trying to prove to them they have a problem, trying to show them what their problem is, instead of actually elevating your messaging and your marketing to get the people who are ready to buy. And the people who are ready to buy are the people who have a pee problem. They're peeing every 10 minutes. They've looked for a solution. They've tried many things and they say, today is the day I pay someone to help me figure it out.
Today is the day.
Today. And that is where you should create your lead magnet from. Yeah. So let's put this in action outside of my urinary tract.
Beautiful example.
Thanks. The first one I thought of. And no, I don't have to pee.
I was like, do you have to pee right now? We need to pause this podcast for a potty break? All right, enough potty talk. Give us the example.
All right. So I just started working with a beautiful client named Kelly out of Colorado. She's got a very established brick and mortar. Well, it's a business that is a organizing business, and they go into people's homes and they organize the homes and the spaces, and she's ready for a lead magnet. Okay. Now, I think the importance of this whole conversation is not only is she ready for a lead magnet, she brought someone in to do a lead magnet in a nurture sequence a year ago. So think about this buyer awareness. All right. It was not talking to the right people. It was not her voice. It was not her brand. she said, I hated every step of it and it was not the right resource. Okay.
Hmm.
Now let's look at the before and after. The resource this person had her create was a moving checklist. Like you're going to move and you need to have a checklist of what you need to move.
Got it.
Okay. When I dove into her with the customer journey, what we realized is in 2023, 92% of her revenue came from people who were making a move from one house to another and didn't want to be bothered or disrupted in their entire life with this move. They wanted someone to come in, get the moving boxes, pack it, label it, purge the stuff they weren't taking, ship it, get it to the next house, unpack it, stage it, style it so they could walk in and get ready. Very different than a moving checklist that tells you what kind of tape and boxes you need.
Yeah, that person does not want to buy tape or boxes, so they ain't gonna care.
No, they don't. So we
Funny.
came up with a new lead magnet for her, and we
Yep.
are calling it On the Move.
All right.
And we are going to be talking, this particular lead magnet is simply people who come to her website and it says, are you on the move and don't want to be bothered by all the details required to move from one house to another? Click here. And we are doing a set of the 10 most asked questions they get in sales calls, because that's the only reason these people are actually booking a call, is because they couldn't get their questions answered to some of these, they couldn't get answers to the questions that they had. The goal is that they will be able to get this lead magnet in their hands, show them how professional they are and that they're the pros from A to Z, answer the top 5 questions that they have, and then they will just book the move without talking to anyone.
Right.
Now, Amy, pop quiz. What stage are Kelly's ideal buyers in?
Well, beautiful question. I'm not sure that they would even try a solution on their own. Like, again, they're not going to try to move on their own. So I think they're more 5 than they are 4, but they might have skipped 4 kind of.
Yes, we built this to skip 4.
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding. Amy gets a bonus point.
We didn't talk about this before. Thanks for the pop quiz, Shannon.
Oh my God, I put it on you. I put the spotlight right on you. All right. So you can see why her first lead magnet was not feeling good. It wasn't aligned. It wasn't bringing in the right people. The next step we're going to do with her is we're going to do a very welcome sequence. And if you missed that episode, go back one. We just talked about it. All right. So that's one example. That's Kelly. Now, I want to share a beautiful client we have. His name's Alan. He's a beautiful collaborator and connector. And y'all, if you don't have your ticket to Miami story event in April yet, you get to come hang with me, Alan, and Amy and dive into all things story for your email marketing, for your business. Alan is one of our co-hosts at that event. So I'm going to talk about him now in terms of he needs a new lead magnet. So backstory on Alan. Alan used to be an executive coach. He still does coaching. He used to coach in corporations. But now he has made a big pivot and he's really getting people to connect on stages with speaking that is very, very heart-centered and story-based. Right. All right. And so it's time for Alan to have a new lead magnet. This is perfectly normal, y'all, as you evolve in your business. All right. So Alan and I sat down, we used this 5-step customer journey. We just did this on Tuesday. And I said to Alan, okay, you're trying to convince people why they need to be a speaker. That was his first idea. I'm like, that's like level 1 awareness. They either don't even resonate that they're a speaker, or they don't know they have a problem and want to make their speaking better. All right. So I took him through the levels and I said, okay, what if, Alan, your person was already a speaker, already speaking on stages, virtual and in person, virtual or in person. knew they had a message they had to share with the world, and they were so excited they couldn't wait to share more of it. What do they want next? And his eyes lit up, Amy, and he said, oh my God, what they want is to deliver on their next speech they deliver, they connect more deeply, and they win clients and future opportunities.
Exactly.
And I said, bingo. And we're off and running on a lead magnet that does that. Now,
Wow.
when he came to this session, his idea was 3 stories to put into your next speech,
Right.
not level 5 awareness for what we're trying to accomplish.
No, not at all.
Right? So I don't think I'm going to poo-poo on marketing strategists here. So if you are one, get ready. I don't think enough people actually put this level of thought into their lead magnets.
I would agree.
Because no one's talking about it that I can see. All they're
Right.
saying is do a lead magnet, get people to your list, talk to them, sell them something. No. It's a strategy, y'all.
Mm.
And I am the queen of strategy, and I love doing this shit. So if you want help, reach out. We're going to get you a strategy. So, Amy, let's talk about some pitfalls
Well, I think
we
we've
do
already
not want
covered,
people to fall into.
we've already covered 2, right? So that you're not understanding the level 5 awareness of the buyer's needs, and your lead magnet or your idea is actually at the 1 or 2 awareness level. We've talked about creating clarity content. So you don't want to create overwhelm. So a lot of times they're too vague or too long. But I think the other thing too is we see that they're really incomplete. Like it is just the thing. And so Shannon, what actually makes a lead magnet a complete piece?
Oh my gosh. So in my opinion, it has a title page that's attractive. All right. Because people look at things with their eyes. All right. It's got a welcome message from you of why you created it, why this resource, you're excited to get it into the hands of other people. Then it's got the content for the level 5 buyer who's ready to buy now. And then it's got your picture, your bio, and your call to action of what you want them to do for their next step.
Perfect.
I love it.
Keep it easy, keep it simple, give them what they want, but make sure it's that level 5 awareness buyer that you're talking to. This was pretty fun, Shannon. I think we've got lead magnet covered. So are you ready for your next episode? Because I'm out of here. All right.
I am. So y'all, big breaking news in the next episode. I will be inviting in Liz Wilcox, who has built a $40,000 a month reoccurring revenue with her email membership program, membership. And I also now can say, because she just was able to talk about it this week, she was on Survivor. Her season airs at the end of this month, February 2024. I don't know how much she can talk about it, but from behind the scenes, I now know what I know since she's made this announcement of why she was making the changes she was making in her business, because she needed to disappear for a good 90 days. And lo and behold, she was in Fiji on Survivor. So we're going to be talking to her next in the next episode about how to build and grow an email list that works for your personality and how to do it organically so you get the right people on your list. We will talk to you soon.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Grow Your Business for Good podcast with your hosts, Shannon Hernandez and Amy Hager.
Come on over to the joyful side of business and marketing. Go to www.joyfulbusinessrevolution.com and remember our mantra: if it ain't joyful, we ain't doing that shit.
If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to this show, leave a review, and spread the good news with other coaches and consultants.
Adios.